Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Ace High Outdoors. This is a breaking news episode. We're going back to the old Ace High. Maybe just one more time. We'll see what happens here. So, breaking news. We have another shooting out of Montreal. For some reason, people really like to go on shootings in Montreal. I don't know what it is. Maybe the French gotta chill out. A guy supposedly left a manifesto that he was an incel. And there was a firearm, supposedly a long gun, potentially an SKS that was poking outside of a window. Somebody called it in. I'm just going to start by saying I'm having a hard time believing that this person was an incel shooter with a direct idea to only be an incel shooter, considering there was probably unarmed females that were in the vicinity, that he probably could have had a lot of easier times of shooting rather than having a shootout with the police. Anyway, so the police ended up rolling up on scene. A shooting ensued. You can see in the video here.
With him. Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
The shooter ends up getting in the gunfight with Officer Mohamed, and you can see him laying there deceased on the ground, unfortunately. My condolences to his family. And then you see a female cop basically shoot in cold blood a civilian that was running towards her, wearing a completely different color. In my opinion, she had time to not shoot this poor fellow, and he was actually wearing the same color or a similar color to what the police were wearing, so I mean, she very easily could have done the same to one of her fellow officers that was trying to retreat or find a better place to take cover while they were taking fire on from this fellow. Supposedly the shooter is dead. There's Officer Mohamed is dead, and the female officer is supposedly injured, but she is supposedly in stable condition. Yeah, so I guess without getting too far into the rabbit hole, I'll just say, firstly, my condolences to the people involved, the family of the officer, and of course the family of the shooter. You don't want to see your loved one go down like that regardless. I kind of have a bit of a feeling that the rhetoric that we're getting from the government these days is kind of fueling this division, and that if they were not so quick to be pointing fingers at people, that maybe potentially this shooter wouldn't have decided to do what he was planning to do. Like maybe he was pushed and divided by different things that were going on, and maybe if they took a more central stance, potentially this could have been avoided. Who knows, maybe the person just saw them coming, guns drawn, panicked, he had a gun, they had a gun. It's really tough to say at this point what's happening, or what happened rather. Also, maybe the police potentially could have done a better job in handling this situation, potentially, I'm just gonna say. If maybe they had better training and potentially, again, I don't know the history of both people who were the officers involved, but maybe just based off of names, etc., if they had a chance to maybe get more training and they weren't put in the position they were put in, maybe due to things like DEI hiring practices. Again, I'm just speculating here. Then potentially that could have been avoided. So that's kind of what you guys need to know so far. Of course, pretty sad day for police in Montreal when they have the same KD as the shooter. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. This was an old school Ace High little update for you guys. I know some of you probably are going to hate me at this point. I don't really care. It is what it is. So I'm going to speak the truth, nothing but the truth. This is just my opinion. This is not fact. The only facts that are in this video are the actual video that I've shown. And then of course, we'll end on the note of Mark Carney, of course, offering his condolences, which you should be offering condolences, mind you. He mentions one officer and one civilian killed by a gunman, doesn't really exactly mention the fact that the woman officer, I mean, we're talking like 2 seconds, goes around and blasts the guy like that. Pretty darn pathetic, I'm not gonna lie. As they say, if you can't take the heat, stay in the kitchen. That's all, guys. Catch you in the next one.